The remarkable, and I use the word remarkable, folks, with no apologies at all, Kevin Sinfield is now 6 days into his latest 7-day 7-marathon challenge. I've been following him every morning on the BBC, on the early news there. It's just unbelievable what he's doing, it really is. Anyway, they said something today, they said, and you know, the funds are coming in great, blah, 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 blah. And Kevin said something like, yeah, we're really pleased with the support, we really are. And the money's coming in, which is great, because it's all about the money, because the money helps folks in need, and also it helps with the research into the horrible disease that MND is. He said, we've not at our target yet, he said, but we're getting there. I just hope over the next day or so we can break through the barrier. And I thought, well, what is the target? Nobody said. I've not heard it on the news. I've not heard it anywhere. What is the target? Anyway, I'm reading the paper earlier, the daily paper. I've only read it about 8 o'clock tonight. I'm flicking through it to see if there's any news to bring you on air. And it says with this latest 7-day challenge, I think he wants to hit 500,000. So he's not even at 500,000 yet, and I can't believe it, because BBC are trying to help him all they can. He's on every morning and he's got a good few minutes on there. And I'm thinking, I cannot believe, and it's wrong for me to say this, because I'm in no position to say this. Nobody is. And I know he himself wouldn't thank me for saying this, because it's a totally different thing. But I'm thinking, old Kevin's not made 500,000. And your man who I don't like, Paddy McGuinness, made was it over 9 or over 10 for his bike ride? Now, I know what he did, McGuinness was brilliant. You know, folks, I knock him on a regular basis. You know I do. I really do. I don't like the fella. I'm not keen on him. It's just I think he's a little bit of a fraud. I don't find him that funny. And he's on everything. He's on the opening of an envelope. But I've got to take my hat off to him. What he did on that bike, especially the kind of bike it was over those days, was absolutely sensational. But because it's backed by the big Children in Need banner and all that palaver, he makes, and because he's so well known and so well loved, though God only knows why, he makes absolutely millions. And old Kevin's struggling to make 500,000, and I just don't understand it. Now, I know Kevin's done this in the past. Is it his 4th year now? I think it is. He's raised over 10 million himself, but it's over 4 years. But I would suggest what Kevin Sinfield's doing over 7 days far, far, far outweighs what anything Paddy McGuinness did on his little chipper chopper or whatever it was called. And I don't know, I'm thinking to myself, well, Children in Need no doubt gives stuff to this country as well as abroad. I think he does a lot abroad. But this is all for us Brits, Irish, whatever it may be. And it's for a disease that's plaguing probably the world now, but there's loads of it over here. Every morning that you put the TV on, you see Kevin there talking to 3, 4 or 5 people that have all got it. They're all living with it and very shortly going to die with it. And we're getting nowhere near a sort of getting a cure for the thing. Maybe we never ever will, but without the money there's no chance. And he's doing his level best there. I mean, I think he was on day 2 or day 3, it might have been day 3. They blew him off at the start, not blew him off, they do the old 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he ran off and he couldn't run. I've been like that the odd time when you can barely walk, when you've done something to massively overexert yourself, or you've had about 3 or 4 kicks on each shin and you can't walk. He looked like that as him running. I thought, oh my God, man, he can't put one foot in front of the other. It was awful to see, and I thought, he's got 31 miles of this, how is he going to do it? But do it he did. And they're talking there today, I believe the weather was awful yesterday, or pretty bad. It was good today, they said the weather's better, but they're saying we've got storm, whatever it's coming into, I don't know what it's called, but there's one coming in. They're expecting to get absolutely battered. He said, but we'll just take it as it comes tomorrow, and they will. And you just know that they'll get through it. They could be running in all kinds of weather tomorrow, but he will not let that young lad Rob Burrow down. He won't, honestly, he won't. I'm getting upset now. I keep getting upset when I think of them both. Well, I've given to it. I hope we all do. I really hope we all do. And every year that he runs, I'll give to it year on year on year. I think what he's doing is manful. I do, honestly. And at a time when I've gone on the old MSN earlier, and they've got a picture there of old Charlie Boy shaking Beckham's hand, and they're saying people that are rumoured to be in the honours list over the Christmas period. And I thought, oh, is that telling us they think it's Beckham again, or are they just making a story of the thing that how upset he was when he didn't get his knighthood? He's doing anything he can for this knighthood, and I'm thinking, please don't give a knighthood to David Beckham at all in an ideal world. But in not such an ideal world, if you're going to give him one, please give it to Kevin Sinfield first. Because if David Beckham deserves a knighthood, Kevin Sinfield deserves 10, he really does. What he's doing is just above and beyond what a mate would do for a mate. It's unbelievable. I take my hat off to Mr. Sinfield, I really do. It's unbelievable, it really is. I keep saying that, but it is. I think it's phenomenal. If you get a chance, have a watch of it tomorrow on the old Breakfast News, folks. If you don't get up there early and watch the breakfast news, just tonight record it and watch it tomorrow when they'll show what he's done in the last sort of 24 hours, and you'll see him before he starts off tomorrow. You'll probably see what the conditions are like. I'm praying that they're decent for him wherever he's running tomorrow, and I've seen where, but I can't remember. I hope it's the one part of the country where the weather's not quite as bad. I do, honestly, because he doesn't deserve it. Mind you, it is his last day, and as I say, whatever happens, I'm sure he'll get through it. He's just doing a sterling job, he really is. I hope he cracks that £500,000 he wants and a whole lot more, because if anybody deserves it, he certainly does. Well done, Kevin Sinfield.